Have you ever experienced moments in your life that have stopped you in your tracks, where you've thought to yourself, I need to learn from this in order to help me in my life moving forward? Yet how often do we let these moments simply drift by and fail to learn from them because we don't know how to process them effectively? Hey friends, I'm James and welcome back to the channel that helps you be more and do less. Today I'm going to introduce you to a simple process that will help us process these moments that we have, and so that we gain maximum traction and maximum momentum as we move forward in our lives. This process consists of 6 steps. I'm going to go through 3 of them today and then 3 in a subsequent video. And these are all adapted and built on the learning circle model from the book Building a Discipleship Culture by Mike Breen. So let's get into things. These moments I'm referring to are called Kairos moments. They are either events, moments or opportunities for change. They can be positive, they can be negative, but they do always provide an opportunity for us to grow. Examples of these could be someone criticises something that you've done, you have an idea to solve a problem, you meet someone you're attracted to, you contract an illness that means you can no longer do something in life. In response to one of these moments, the first stage is to appraise. It's to acknowledge something has happened, to take it seriously, to take it on board, and really to explore the moment in depth to make sure you understand it as much as you can. And this can be broken down into these first 3 steps. The first step is to observe our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions to that moment. We really need to nail down what the facts were, what happened in that moment. And to do that, sometimes it's helpful to ask ourselves some questions. So ask yourself, who was there? What did they say? Where were you? What was on your mind? If you don't do this stage and take time to observe, then the moment will simply get lost in the busyness of life. I find it helpful to note it down in my journal because I know I'll return to it and carry on with the process, if you like. Now, an example for me in this would be the Kairos moment I have about the unfair advantage. Now, I was looking through YouTube, listening to a video, and just the phrase about what is your unfair advantage came up. At the time, I was thinking about fruitful being and how I wanted to develop that, but also considering how can I do that with the chronic fatigue limitations that I have on my life. So this whole phrase came up and I simply noted it down in my journal. The second step is to reflect, and this is all about the why. You ask yourself questions like, why did I react as I did? Why did I feel like that? Why have these emotions surfaced? And this stage really requires you to be as honest as possible. There's no use trying to hide things away in this stage. You've got to be honest and put it out there and reflect well and reflect deep. Now you'll need to set some time aside as well, really to give you a good space of time to be able to reflect and ask yourself these questions. Now for me, when I was responding to the Kairos moment of the unfair advantage, the first thing that came to mind was just a positive aspect of it, as though it could be a breakthrough moment for me, something that could be a bit of a game changer in my thinking. The second thing, emotionally, I just felt actually for so long I had seen chronic fatigue as a disadvantage or something that goes against me. Now actually I could use it to my advantage and use it as a foundation to move on from, and 2, I was able to now feel as though I could embrace it more than anything else. The third step is to discuss. This is all about testing your reflections, which is especially important if your Kairos moment has brought up negative emotions. Now, we each have our own biases, and bringing other people into the process allows us to share the load, get a different perspective, and often helps us to take those first steps to putting actions in place to respond to our Kairos moment. Now you simply ask the people around you, the people you've invited into the process, here's my observations and reflections on this moment, what do you think? If they agree with you and come back, if you like, positive to it, then you know that you need to progress and move on to the next step. If they come back and say, no, you're being a bit silly with that, then you know, actually, probably I need to stop it there. It's something I don't need to worry about. Now for me, in terms of my Kairos moment and my unfair advantage, I shared that with a coach that has been helping me and my wife, and they came back favourable in terms of actually, no, this is something that you need to progress and move on with. So when you next have a Kairos moment, remember to firstly appraise the moment well, and this involves observing, reflecting and discussing. So why not try that out and see how you get on. Please also put your thoughts, questions in the comment section below. I'd love to see those and see what you thought of the video and how you process and respond to life's moments. And remember to check out the second video that will be coming your way shortly, which will look at the next 3 steps in terms of how to process a moment well. So that's it for today. If you found this video helpful, why not take a look at these 2 videos? Subscribe to get the latest content. And remember, be fruitful, and I'll see you in the next video.